Hey, are you sick of the debt limit showdown? Do you feel like telling everyone in DC to just shut up? So do we. We're sick of it. I'm Alan Barton. Stand by for a special Facebook edition of Front Page. Joining me in PJTV studios, Terry Jones, Associate Editor of Investors Business Daily, and Yaron Brook, President of the Ayn Rand Center for Individual Rights. All right, gentlemen, today on this special front page on Facebook, there's one rule. No debt limit talk.
Yay.
Anything else you can cover is fine. Sports, media, entertainment, anything you want. Yaron, you have a very frivolous topic to discuss.
Well, after sports and media, I mean, I wish I could be talking about the Red Sox, but who are winning. This is great.
Oh, that's my topic.
Great team. Egypt. You know, people were very high on the spring revolution, right? The big revolution in Egypt, and this is going to bring democracy and secularism and freedom and individual rights to Egypt. Well, today, the largest demonstration since the end of the so-called revolution. They had hundreds of thousands of people in the streets chanting for Sharia law, chanting for death and destruction to Israel and the United States. The Salafite, the real radicals, these are people considered more radical than Muslim Brotherhood. Hundreds of thousands of them in galabias, which is the traditional white dress, chanting in the streets of Egypt. I fear that this is actually what's going to happen, that this is the true nature of the revolution in Egypt, that what we're going to get at the end of the day is a radical Islamist agenda that's not going to get 15-20% of the vote, but it's going to get 40 to 50% of the vote, with the Muslim Brotherhood and these more radical parties splitting that. But this is the direction I think Egypt's heading, and unfortunately, this is the direction the rest of the Middle East is heading in. For all those pundits who say, no, it's a small fraction, remember the Palestinian elections. Nobody predicted Hamas would win. Nobody thought they would get 30% of the vote, and they got well over 50%. They dominate, and they are, if you believe in democracy, they are the legitimate spokesman of the Palestinians. And this is why the Middle East is in such a horrible mess. It's because the people who live in the Middle East are in a horrible mess. They believe in ideas that are inconsistent with peace, inconsistent with freedom, inconsistent with all the values that we believe in the West.
All right, Terry, what's your topic?
My topic isn't the deficit, at least not the budget deficit. It's what I call the growth deficit. We had data released just on Friday showing that the economy is growing much slower than anyone thought. In the first quarter, it was 0.4%.
Yeah, all bad news about the Obama economy, by the way, is surprising bad news.
Surprising. It's unexpected.
Unexpectedly, the
We've
growth
been
rates...
calling it on this show for 2 years.
Unexpectedly, the growth rates were anemic.
Yeah. You go back 2 years, this has been since the beginning of the Obama era, and we are missing about $330 billion in GDP now, revised downward. It was that much less growth that we've had since the stimulus came into being. Now, if everyone remembers, when they first passed the stimulus, it was promised that unemployment would top out at 8%. It was promised that we'd have 3.5 million new jobs a year. We were told that GDP would grow smartly and we'd all have higher incomes. Okay, none of this has happened. And in fact, if you look at the data in the second quarter of this year, per capita GDP is actually $1,500 less than it was 4 years ago.
Yeah, but they saved 1 billion jobs.
They did save 1 billion.
1 billion jobs.
And they're all in China,
saved.
unfortunately.
Yeah, they saved 1 billion jobs, and it would have been much worse, Terry, if they hadn't did what they did. Would have been much worse, right?
But this is part of what Terry's bringing up is this fallacy that exists in Washington, and you're seeing it. Unfortunately, I'll mention the debt crisis. During talk about the debt crisis, and that is this notion that government creates jobs, and if you somehow cut government spending, jobs will go away. No, private sector creates jobs, and the more money you leave in the private sector, i.e., the more you shrink government, the more you lay off public employees, the more resources available for the public sector to create jobs. What we need is an anti-stimulus. That's wrong. We need a stimulus package that cuts government spending. That would really stimulate the economy, and this is a great opportunity to do it right now.
And cuts meaning real cuts, as in now X, tomorrow less than X.
X minus something
X
else.
minus, I mean, like, that's a real cut, not the cut in the growth of spending.
Now let's talk about the Red Sox.
Now, yeah, my topic, go Red Sox. And now the Patriots. Some very interesting moves from the Patriots yesterday. We'll see. We'll see. All right, gentlemen, that's all the time we have today. Viewers, help your friends get the right media in their social media. Tell them about Front Page and PJTV. Front Page has all the analysis you need of the events in the news every Friday and Saturday. If you like this program, let us know with the button below. For Terry and Yaron, I'm Alan Barton. Thanks for watching.